Fifth and 14th Amendments to the Constitution. Fifth Amendment is what? It's about due process and about compensation. The word compensation is mentioned there. Due process means what? This is the main thing, meaning did they go about doing it the correct way? Whatever the accusation is. If an accusation is made against you, the people who went about doing the accusation, establishing the accusation, did they do it according to all of the laws that would help to protect you? Because laws are supposed to protect people who are not guilty. Also, the 14th Amendment, I mentioned the fifth, due process. 14th Amendment is equal protection of the laws. Those two amendments to the Constitution. Amendments mean that's something that was added in the Constitution under what they call the Bill of Rights.
That's correct.
And originally it was set up to protect the so-called little people who didn't have any protection.
Yes.
Since the original Constitution was built on the old European format
yes.
of royalty.
Yes.
So somebody said, wait a minute, you got a lot of little people out here who are suffering. You're going to have the same kind of setup that you had that we're trying to run away from?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this was among white people themselves.
Yes.
So they had an argument going on back and forth.
They did.
They said, well, we're going to make up some amendments, meaning we're going to make some additions to this Constitution.
They did.
So that we can protect the little people who nobody speaks up for, so that they can kind of speak up for themselves. And that First Amendment will be what? Freedom of religion and freedom of speech. And then the Second Amendment, you'll be able to protect yourselves. I mean, you can bear arms, all right? These were amendments, additions. But when they got to the fifth said due process of law. If you're called into court, I mean, did they do it the correct way? And court, by the way, according to the compensatory code, now this is something I've done myself. I extend that to job situations. They say they have what they call criminal law and something called civil law. I say there is no difference under the Constitution. Civil law, criminal law, it's all law. And it's supposed to protect you. So I'm saying you can use that due process and that equal protection factor in whatever it is you're accused of doing. Do they treat everybody like that? That's that 14th Amendment.
Yes.
That's equal protection of the laws. Is everybody treated the same way that you are being treated? And if they are not, that's a violation of the Constitution. And I say that people should use it on job situations and everything else. 5th and 14th Amendments. 5th and 14th, back and forth. Usually you use them together. Due process and equal protection of the laws.
Okay.
You use them together.